Now we're gonna talk about the marketing orientation. Our team members are Anna, Qiaoyun, Pan, Chen Hao, and Stefan. Developing a market orientation involves two objects. The first is to gain the organization commitment to the core value, and the second is to develop the necessary resources, incentives, skills, and continuous learning to implement the core value. These are known as two learning objectives, and we have two related strategies to accomplish the two learning. One is to create a prior understanding and then a strategy that fosters experimental learning. Firstly, is about customer orientation, which means the degree to which the organization obtains and uses information from customers, develops a strategy which will meet customer needs, and implements that strategy by being responsive to customers' needs and wants. According to this definition, we can see that the customer is the most critical external environmental factor in developing a market orientation, and organizations should develop a customer-focused strategy. Closely monitor its customers because customers' perception of a product's benefits change over time. We need to identify and adapt to the needs and wants of consumers. Since customers' needs change rapidly, organizations must generate, collect, analyze, disseminate, and be responsive to customer information. Customer orientation provides a firm with a better understanding of its customer, which leads to enhanced customer satisfaction and firm performance. Being customer-oriented increases customer loyalty, repurchase, and the willingness to offer positive word-of-mouth recommendations. Recent research has found customer orientation to be an important factor of an organization's innovativeness and new product advantage. Next, we will talk about the competitor orientation. According to competitor orientation is part of market orientation. It constantly raises its strength and weakness in relation to its competitors. Smaller businesses can be concerned with daily survival and may not have the depth and sophistication to be planned in their markets. A large and well-established business survives itself against competition by retaining a balanced focus on both short-term viability and long-term development. Competitive orientation demands a firm to distinguish the ideal market position and aspire to take a larger share of it than the competition. Through customer orientation, an organization attempts to understand its target customers. Through customer orientation, a company ventures to understand what its competitors are doing. Next, it comes interfunctional coordination. Combined interfunctional coordination is two or more functional groups or departments within the firm working together harmoniously. Need for marketing to coordinate industry plans with the other commercial management tasks within the firm. Interaction and collaboration as constructs for interfunctional integration between marketing and other units. Teamwork occurs when units work together as opposed to basically communicating through meetings and documented data exchange. Components of collaboration include verbal communication, the exchange of standard documentation, and written communication. Structure and other organizational features which promote interfunctional coordination are considered good management practices. Next comes the Organizational culture. One definition of business culture is a product is historical, includes ideas, patterns, and values of company for or organization. Business culture is related to behavior, ethics, etiquette, and more. A business culture will encompass as organization's values, visions, working style, beliefs, and habits. So what is organizational culture? According to the research, we know that specifically for the concept of organizational culture include a pattern of beliefs and expectations shared by organization members. And these shared values have a strong influence on each member in that organization and dictate how they work in their jobs. In the second part of organization culture, I would like to talk about the recommendation for organizational culture success. We have three methods that lead to the success of culture in marketing orientation. Firstly, internal success method. The organization wants to create the good image with their customer and use it to promote their brand. They need to focus on their core value and how it creates the image of the organization, the targets they want to get, the vision in the future, and two main methods are leader and workplace environment. A leader in the company or organization always seems that is the soul and the brain of company. They can make the good decision and get the profit of the company. Workplace environment is also very important for internal success. The friendly environment makes people have a strong connection together and lead them to contribute their mind to this organization. Secondly, we also focus on who is our competitor, who is customer value, and what is our product. Finally, we can use organization image to build and promote our brand. This is the good strategy for marketing orientation and show for our customer our traditional value. Finally, we are going to talk about long-term shareholder value. Now let's look at the definition. It is the value delivered to shareholders because of management's ability to grow sales, earnings, and free cash flow over time. A company's shareholder value depends on strategic decisions made by senior management, including the ability to make wise investments and generate a healthy return on invested capital. If this value is created over the long term, the share price increases and the company can pay large cash dividends to shareholder values. Now, here comes some principles on how to create a long-term shareholder value. The most important one is to make strategic decisions that maximize expected value, even at the expense of lowering near-term earnings. Nowadays, most companies were evaluating their marketing plan and strategy by the reported earnings when they should have focused on the expected incremental value of future cash flow. If a company is desired to increase their long-term shareholder value, some factors that will affect the future market should be highlighted, like future technology, the potential of products, and the development chain of the market. And they need to think about the expected incremental value of future cash flow when they make their strategy. Following that, we have two cases, Starbucks and Nokia. Um, Starbucks reflects a company with marketing orientation highlighting three main components. First is the customer-oriented strategy. To address the five senses, for tasting, they have delicious coffee. For touching, they have comfortable chairs. For listening, they play the smooth jazz music. For smelling, they have excellent smells of roasted coffee. They also have nice view in every stores. The successful culture of Starbucks is based on four elements. These are leader, division of labor, cooperation, and communication. Leaders in Starbucks are engaged in planning, controlling, leading. They do the management work, but they do not consider themselves different or special. Every employee has a clear division of labor. Starbucks encourage cooperation and reward cooperation, change their cooperative behavior. The corporate action is a part of the behavioral norms. Behavioral norms involve organization members or private obey the commands or the rule in the social activities. With the communication of the employees in Starbucks stores are called partners to make sure all the workers can communicate with others easily. That's why they can create the good workplace environment for their labor. It makes them feel comfortable and work with the best productivity. Next is the interfunctional coordination. It's functional in structure and relative flat. Teamwork, workload. Teams like logistic, human resources, product development are specific. They have a constant communication. The second case is about the Nokia. Um, it failed in almost all of the components. So why Nokia failed? Firstly, ignoring American markets, preserve European markets and grow Asian markets. Secondly, global share of smartphone market decreased from 47% to 38%. Thirdly, each of the competitors of Nokia has 10 times more share of American markets. Finally, it didn't take the advantages of China, India, and Brazil markets. So finally, we give some recommendations about the Nokia. For customer orientation, invest more money in research and development for obtaining the technology and innovation to achieve their expectation of American markets. Analyze their needs and learn how to satisfy them. For competitor orientation, analyze the current technology of Apple and Samsung and predict their future to retain the global market share. For interfunctional coordination, the departments of innovation, research and development and marketing may have constant communication to obtain the real needs of markets and deliver the correct products. For long-term shareholder value, be innovative and try to stick to the latest technology change. Create more sustainable strategy to generate more long-term return by doing some smart investment in software. Try to develop the Android system. Okay, this is our reference. Thank you for your attention.